There's heat, there's sunburn, there's sunstroke. Please get your factor 50 on, or 70 if you're Scottish like me. Jungle hazards, the hazards of the jungle. Monsoon showers, falling fruits, poisonous plants, everyone. Snakes, scorpions, bugs, and mosquitoes. They carry dengue fever at this time of year. These palm fronds can easily just go up, so just be very careful with that, guys. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. Let's talk about the first shot, please. Well done, everyone. Come on.
On Fast 5, one of the main reasons they brought me on was because I do things practical.
You really can't film in a jungle, a real jungle, because there's no way to get a car through it. So we had to find things that looked like jungle that were private land, and most of them were palm oil plantations. Because it's palm trees, the ground is like clay. We did a bunch of tests and ended up having to make our own roads.
The weather, the humidity, we were actually there during monsoon season. I mean, there were just layers and layers and layers.
Well, they'd collect palm fronds and throw them down on the roads we had made, then more gravel, and we'd rake it out, run over it with a couple of cars to try to get the water out of it so we could actually film without getting mud all over the cars.
It's not just the ideas, the cars, the special effects, it's the cameras, it's the people, the helicopters, the permits, and you have a small window of time to get it in. Everything has to go right.
Part of the fun of making these films is picking the cars. I always say that these cars are extensions of our characters.
If the cars were lined up, you would know which cars for which character. That was the most challenging location we've ever shot at.
Obviously, we got a Charger. You can't do one of these films without one of those.
This is definitely not your average Charger.
We've used the modern Charger in many of these films, and I wanted to change it up, doing a wide-body version. Makes the car much more muscular, having those slight fender flares, and then we made our own hoods for that scoop, bronze stripes, bronze Hellcat logo on the side. I think the result was pretty awesome. We did get into some situations where the terrain was so rough that we had to put a Charger body on an off-road race truck.
What does peligro minas mean?
Peligro minas means danger landmines.
What?
Thailand was probably more explosions for a sequence than we've done on any fast. Effects had dug big holes in the ground and put big mortars with like 10 pounds of naphthalene and then a bunch of moss and dirt over the top of that. Huge explosions, probably 25, 30-foot fireballs every time.
The Marauder. It's built on the chassis of a Unimog, but a lot of that was chopped away to allow for this enormous armored body.
Y'all want to make jokes about me not making practical decisions? This is as practical as it gets.
This is 6 tons before they start adding all of the reinforcement for our driver's safety, of course. He's in a tank, inside of a tank.
Who's compensating now?
I like that truck. The thing is crazy. I was trying to figure out a way to FedEx it back to LA, and then they talking about the VIN number don't add up, you know, whatever. Justin has a habit of laughing at my pain.
So you don't want me to do this just in the middle of the scene?
When it comes to those gimbals, all of the special effects stuff, I mean, these guys are just uberly talented, man. Like, where do y'all come up with this stuff? I just hope to make the gimbals look cool, because the gimbals make me feel cool when I'm in them.
Vince, you know that was the
Letty obviously was on a motorcycle. We had to make sure that everything was done exactly just right.
Letty's definitely not fearful of death. When people don't put the primordial fear of death as the main thing, you get the X Games. You know what I mean? The bike, such a Letty thing. That element of taking yourself to the edge, really finding out what stuff you're capable of and what you're made of, and pushing the envelope of survival. Letty's not Letty unless she's facing her fears head on.
I'm about to go head-to-head with a four-door Hellcat Charger, and ironically placed in the driver's seat of a Ford Mustang, a brilliant one.
That's another car that was definitely Justin's idea. It's a great rivalry that goes back 50 years between Ford and Dodge. We took Polaris 1000 side-by-sides, put carbon fiber Mustang bodies over the Polaris. So that's how we got these great shots going through terrain that you're like, wow, that's pretty intense.
I know the car community is going to get a nice chuckle out of it because I have a bit of a history with Ford, but I think it's really cool that I get to drive a Mustang, to be surrounded by automotive culture every single day.
Well, that was new.